Good morning. I have absolutely no idea what to do with my hair, but I'm just getting ready to go to Beaumont-Leys with the hubby. I'm really struggling to wear normal clothes because I'm so sore, but I've just put these on and I'm going to put a bit of makeup on. I was kindly sent these Givenchy bits from Boots Review panel, so I'm going to give them a go. How gorgeous is that packaging for the mascara? So my lips are a little bit dry for this, I think, but I like the colour, but I'm more a fan of a liquid lipstick. But yeah, it's applied quite nicely. So like I say, we're off to Beaumont-Leys this morning. We're going to have a little look at the charity shop and get something to eat and then hopefully not die. Boys, come on. Breakfast. Come on then. Come on. Come on, Bert. Bert, come on. Good boy. So, made it up to Beaumont-Leys, walked from the car to Age UK, which barely any walking involved, and then back down to McDonald's, and I had to get Tom to walk me back to the car with my arm in his because I felt like I was going to faint. This anemia is actually kicking my ass more than the wound is. My wound last night was leaking a lot again, and we said if it hadn't kind of cleared up by today, we'd try and get an out-of-hours doctor's appointment. But fingers crossed, it seems to have stopped leaking now. So I'm not going to put the camera down because I have my top on and nothing else. I've just come to lie in bed and let some air get to my scar to help it heal. So it is post-op day 12. You can probably hear in the background that there's roadworks going on. It's 11:30 and I've been awake since 8:30, and apart from going to the toilet, I cannot get myself out of bed. I've had my paracetamol, but I just feel really, really nauseous today. I'm going to try and get myself downstairs and have some egg on toast, I think. But yeah, I'm really having to push myself this morning. Well, post-op day 12 has been pretty rubbish. I've stayed in bed most of the day. I feel really sick and dizzy, and I'm getting this pain again in my abdomen. But I've been binge watching YouTube, and I found a couple of new YouTubers that I adore, absolutely adore. Perpetual Pages, and they talk a lot about queer literature. I'm saying they because I don't want to misgender them. And the other girl that I've been watching is, I can't think of her name, Literary Diversions, and she was recommended by me, Simone and I've just been watching their videos all day pretty much. Went to my nana's and had an Indian and got a couple of bits from the co-op, but it's 9:15 and I'm just going to get into bed with, well, I'm already in bed, I'm just going to settle down with a book because I feel so nauseous. So we're on recovery day 12. I'm getting a bit breathless again, but I'm going to the nurse in a minute to have my staples removed and to show her how much it's been leaking, so hopefully we can get on top of that. I'm really nervous that this is going to hurt. I've never had staples taken out before. And I'm just going to show you my scar, so if you're a bit squeamish and don't like this kind of thing, then I'll leave a timestamp for where you can cut back in. This is my scar. It's pretty huge. Like I've said before, I've got 42 staples in it, so it just goes down right under there, and it's under there where it's leaking. The top seems to be healing quite well though. So I'm just looking forward to getting the staples out. So we're just on our way down to the doctor's to have my staples removed. I've just got this cushion across my lap, and honestly, if you ever have any kind of abdominal surgery, fully recommend a cushion for the car. It just means that if we go over any speed bumps or anything, the seatbelt isn't, what's the word I'm looking for? Pressing on my wound. So, I'm back from the doctor's. The wonderful nurse, Miss Toria, took out my staples. Toria is someone that makes me really proud because she is a nurse that I know from being at uni, and she's just a ray of light, and she had a student with her, so the student actually took out my staples. Let me show you. If you can see now, there's some of my wound staple free. It's quite red, but actually it wasn't as sore as I thought it was going to be having them taken out. There were a few bits, like there's a bit underneath. Oh. So it looks to you like maybe 2 seconds have passed, but about half an hour has passed since the last clip, and now I have a dressing on. When I was talking to you and saying that it had all gone okay, there was a little bit that needed steri-stripping right at the bottom. As I stood up to show you, sorry, I'm really out of breath. This is the anemia having its effects. I felt slightly damp. When I looked down, I was absolutely covered in blood. So maybe 2 centimetre bit of my, a 2 centimetre strip of my scar has reopened. So I've just been back to the nurse and she steri-stripped that. No signs of infection, so I need to watch out for that. But for now, I'm okay. What I did just want to share with you, I'm a rep for Lilliput Candles, and they've sent me 2 new candles this month. These will already be on my Instagram by the time you see this, but I will pop a link in the box below where you can get 10% off. And the 2 they sent me this time is rhubarb and custard, and without even taking the lid off, that smells absolutely gorgeous. I really love like sweetie scents. And the other one they've sent me is ginger and green tea. Now that to me smells almost like sherbet lemon. I'm not a fan of ginger, but I really, really like that. I think that's such a fresh scent that might have to go in my kitchen or somewhere, but I will show you another time where I put those. My husband is the best. He's just bought me a stir fry in bed. Good morning. So today we're on post-op day 13. After the drama with my wound yesterday, it has leaked through the dressing a little bit, but not come completely through. So I'm not touching it until I go and see the nurse tomorrow, unless it does leak anymore today, and then I'll have to change the dressing. I'm going to have a bit of a slow day today, but I'm just going to make myself some scrambled eggs on toast and see how I go. It's really hard to try and read when you've got this one pushing the book down. Can I please read my book, Bert? If you're interested, I'm reading Sheena Camel's Fight Like a Girl that I was kindly sent by the publishers. So, because I am the height of sophistication, currently munching on a bowl of dry Frosties while watching Kirsty and Phil's Love It or List It. So, tonight I am feeling horrendous, as in mood-wise. I'm not my usual cheerful self, and I feel really angry at everyone and everything. I want to be left alone, but at the same time, I don't want to be on my own. So that's just how I feel tonight. Hormones are all over the place. Yeah. So it's post-op day 15, and I feel like pants. Woken up, the room is spinning. So it's 5 to 10 now. I've got an appointment with the nurse at 11 to change my dressing, so I'm going to have a word with her about the dizziness and see what we can do. So I've just had my dressing redone, and the nurse reckons there's a little bit of an infection there, which is probably why I'm feeling so crappy today. So she's given me a week's worth of antibiotics. which proved to be a bit difficult because I am allergic to penicillin, and so she was going to put me on clarithromycin, but apparently you can't take that with sertraline, and I didn't know that. So I'm on doxycycline for a week. I also need to go to the nurse and have my dressing done every other day. She's packed it with some Aquacel, and then it's got an Allevian dressing on the top. So yeah, for the next 3 weeks, Monday, Wednesday and Friday, I'm going to have my dressings redone. So it does feel like a little bit of a step back, but we got this. So you're joining me back in bed again. It is 7:20, but I am shattered. I've managed to take one lot of my antibiotics today, and I need to take the other one at bedtime. They have to be spaced out. I can't take my iron tablets 2 hours before or 2 hours after them. So it's becoming a full-time job managing this surgery recovery. It's very stressful indeed. Tom went into Leicester this afternoon and has bought me a piece of my favourite cake from Current Affair. It's the lemon and yoghurt cake. Totally vegan. It's so good. If you haven't been to Current Affairs and you live near Leicester, you have to go and try the lemon and yoghurt loaf, because that is all I can say about it. One good thing about this recovery is that I'm managing to read absolutely loads. I was sent Bethany Rutter's No Big Deal from Pam Macmillan and Book Break today, and I'm already speeding through it because it's just so damn good. So when I actually get round to filming a wrap up, Tom says he'll help me at the weekend because I need him to lift the books, etc. for me. But yeah, it's been a really good reading month. I cannot believe how much stuff has gone down in January. But yeah, 2 weeks since I've had my operation, and it feels completely random. Mentally, I'm feeling a bit better tonight. I've just kind of let go of all the angst that I had yesterday and ready to plough through another day tomorrow. I'm hoping that we can go out tomorrow because I'm starting to get a bit of cabin fever. Just go from here to the doctor's. So even if I get to walk for 2 minutes and have to turn back to the car, I just want to get out. So I'll let you know tomorrow how that goes. Perfect. It is 6:30 at night, and for the first time I've actually got up today. The antibiotics that I started on yesterday are absolutely kicking my arse. I hate antibiotics. They make me feel awful. That's just Tom banging around in the background. But it's either take antibiotics or get sepsis and die, so I'm taking the antibiotics. I had to take some anti-nausea today. You know the difference between feeling a bit nauseous and feeling like you're actually going to be sick? I felt like I was actually going to be sick, so took the anti-nausea tablets, and I've just kind of been sleeping on and off today. So today's been a bit pants. I'm going back to the nurse tomorrow. I'm having my dressing done 3 times a week for the next 3 weeks. I don't know if I said that yesterday, but that's just a little update from today. This is probably all you're going to hear from me today. I'm desperate to get recording proper booktube videos again, but I can barely put clothes on, let alone sit in my reading room and record a video. I'm just on the sofa watching Best Home Cook with this little man. Look, who's that handsome boy? It's you. It's you. Good afternoon. Today didn't start very well at all. Took all my morning medications and about half an hour later threw them all up. Don't know whether it's the antibiotics that made me so sick this morning, but it was pretty horrendous. So I was in pain quite a bit this morning because morning medications didn't stay inside. So we went to the nurse to have my wound looked at. She said it's opened up a bit more, which is not ideal, but trying to ignore that and just get on with my day. I'm going to try and film a book haul in a minute. She's also prescribed me some Cavalon spray because the skin where we're sticking the dressings is getting quite sore and irritated. But I've just had a very exciting package come through. So this is the Boots Beauty Box. I'm really lucky to be on the Boots review panel. I've been on it for a good few years now, and I've had some amazing packages sent to me. I had like perfumes and things. I think I've had about 3 perfumes from them. But this, let's see if I can open it one-handed and show you. Oh. Oh. So let's open the little one first. Oh, this is the Huda Beauty Demi Matte. Look at the colour of that. That looks absolutely amazing. I can't wait to have a play with that. And this, I have never owned anything like this in my life. This is the Huda Beauty eyeshadow palette. And let me get it out and we can have a look. Oh my God. Can you see how beautiful that is? I literally have never owned anything like that in my life. So this is the new nude palette, and it says it's a game-changing palette that reinvents nude with revolutionary textures and colours. And I mean, look at that. What's this one like? Oh wow. I might have a play with that this afternoon, although it does seem a bit of a shame to play with it just to wear to bed. To me by the lovely Tilly from A Bookish Spoonie, and she sent me a quart of Thrones and Rose. I'm really hoping that none of these books fall on me right now. God, I look pale. Okay? So that is film now. I've just got back into bed. I'm going to watch a bit of Shrill and then have an afternoon nap. I'm going to end the vlog here so I can get it uploaded and ready for tomorrow. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope it's not too boring going through everything, but I just hope that if anybody is facing major surgery like I have, hopefully gives them a bit of insight in what to expect. So yeah, I'll see you next week.